Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast. Today's podcast title is "The Calling Out Goes Live at 5 p.m." You need to see this because I got the Bully TV supposedly coming over. I say he a coward. He's not going to come. As you can see, we have a link to the show in the side chat and the information one needs to know. You can stream to your own channel. I typed it wrong because I was ready to get it in. But you can come in, you can stream to your channel. You can get the money off this just as well as me. It is what it is. But I have to deal with Bully Boy TV because he's part of a conglomerate of YouTubers that then came after me and tried to dirty up my name. And after talking to DJ Blessed One and those guys over there on I Smoke Hip Hop, it let me know that I need to come back out in these streets and show my dominance. Show that I am the man that you all stole and took from and did everything you did. So with that said, until he come, I have something I would like to play.
Most people look at the streets and see chaos. I look at the streets and see a system, a code, a structure that nobody taught us how to read. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. My name is Israel Doctrine, and this is Street Scholars, where we break down the real stories, the real history, and the real reasons behind everything that happens in the hood. This ain't glorification. This is education. Let's get into it.
So we're not here to glorify them. We're here to educate the teenagers, young adults, and the elderly folks in the community, not the hood. People call it the hood because that's part of the politics of the hood. They make it the hood so they can put their politics in it. I call it a community because we're supposed to commune for unification. That's why I used to have another podcast called The Huddle with Israel Doctrine. I got the term huddle from Malcolm X when he said we all need to come together, huddle up, work out the plan, then break away from the huddle and carry out the plan. A lot of people don't like the huddle. They used to do it in the past because they didn't know that I was the intelligent guy, that I had sense, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to deal with their ignorance. But now they done seen me show forth on dominance. They never wanted to give me a position in the community. I done beat up people from New York, Florida, Georgia, St. Louis, Cali, everywhere. They done seen it. They know of Israel Doctrine. Everyone knows of Israel Doctrine. I done had 3,000 subscribers and got over 1 million views because 1 million people, or should I say more than 1 million people, have watched me. They know of me. So I'm going to be here for a little while. So another audio break.
This isn't just about one person. It's a recurring cycle in street media culture that nobody has mapped out clearly until now. What you're seeing is a predictable ecosystem of digital street politics, where personalities rise, alliances form, accusations fly, audiences choose sides, and the same script repeats with different faces. The cycle often looks like this. 1. The rise of the truth teller. A voice emerges claiming to expose what others won't say. They position themselves as authentic, fearless, and connected to real street knowledge. Audiences are drawn in because they believe they're getting insider truth. 2. The loyalty phase. Followers become emotionally invested. It stops being content and becomes tribal. If you support one voice, you're expected to reject the opposition. 3. The exposure economy. Conflict becomes currency. Old stories, personal allegations, screenshots, and behind-the-scenes narratives become content assets. Drama becomes monetized. 4. The credibility war. Once attention grows, challengers appear. Now, the battle shifts from storytelling to legitimacy. Who's really official? Who's lying? Who's clout chasing? Who was really there? 5. Audience weaponization. Supporters become digital foot soldiers. Comment wars. Live stream raids. Repost campaigns. Character assassination. The creator no longer controls the narrative. The audience becomes part of the machine.
So as you can see, it's a machine out here, people. And I've been fighting against this machine for over 10 years. They send one guy out, make him the fall guy because he's an FBI informant. And everyone else sit back and plays ignorant to the whole thing. And people act like, oh, you ain't been in war, you ain't did this. Why you do that to you? Why you did it? They've been doing it all along. I got a history. See, what they don't get, I have a history of the stalking and the this, that, and everything else that took place. No one else has been watching it like me to have a history of everything that went on. I could tell you about DJ Kay Slay because DJ Kay Slay never spoke up for himself. He allowed a government informant to inform you about who he was, this, that, and the other. 5%ers don't know that DJ Kay Slay was a 5%er out here trying to turn hip hop into sodomite hop. DJ Kay Slay and the government informant was working on turning hip hop into sodomite hop. And if you don't know what a sodomite is, it's a story in the Bible about men trying to rape angels, male angels, men trying to rape male angels. He out here saying that the story is not true. It's all because they was filthy rich and they ain't want to get no money up and they didn't have hospitality and stuff. No. You forgetting the story that they wanted to rape them male angels. He wanted to address that. Never would debate me on it. Because I understood what it was all about. In the Black community, they got something called same gender loving. The same gender. You got a vagina, she got a vagina. He got a penis, you got a penis. You want to love on that same gender that you got. And this is what DJ Kay Slay and Khalil Money was bringing to the community. But if you watch Bully the Bully TV or whatever he called himself, King of New York, New Jersey, whatever, he is over there talking to Gene Deal, trying to clean up DJ Kay Slay name. Why? Because that is his 5%er brother. So him and Gene Deal, which Gene Deal been talking to Khalil Money, Khalil Money talked to Troy Star Terrain, and all these people, they speak and talk to each other because it's a system. And as I just played and we'll play again because it needs to stick in your brain what's going on. It's a system. Listen and listen closely.
This isn't just about one person. It's a recurring cycle in street media culture that nobody has mapped out clearly until now.
It's a recurring cycle in street media culture. I am a street media personality, influencer. And the million people that watch, all of them have YouTube channels now fighting over the position that I laid back from. I laid back for them. It was a strategic plan to do so. Because I need everybody to have power and have the ability to want to fight for that power. Because I need people to fight. I need people to knock their head off to show y'all that I'm the one. So they'll turn their weapons in the plowshares and stuff and go work the field. But keep listening.
What you're seeing is a predictable ecosystem of digital street politics.
Digital street politics. A 5%er want to go against an Israelite Christian. It's spiritual warfare. In these streets, there are spiritual systems running these people. These spiritual systems is just like mafia rules. You can't snitch. If you're a 5%er do criminal stuff, you can't snitch on a 5%er criminal brother. You a Hebrew Israelite do some criminal stuff, you can't snitch on the Hebrew Israelite criminal. This, that, and the other. I don't know about all of them religious organizations and they criminal ties and they ties to criminality and everything. All I know is I'm an Israelite Christian and I don't know nobody else that's in the Israelite Christian community, the one that I created. I don't know about any other communities. I created my own community because I couldn't trust other communities and other community leaders because I can't have nobody telling me what I can and can't do. I'm a narcissist, let some people say it. And you have to be, unless you want somebody else running you.
Where personalities rise, alliances form, accusations fly, audiences choose sides, and the same script repeats with different faces.
Different faces, different people. That's why if you see me going at somebody, because I'm finna start a new series. YouTube Streets Explain, and I'm gonna explain to you who all these people are, why they're in these streets, and what's going on. From Cameron and Mace to Fat Joe, Jadakiss, to all the rappers that then came here, they have to protect their narrative. Jadakiss is part of what is truly the Lox, but the Lox are warlocks. They was warlocks before they dropped the war off of it and started calling themselves the Lox. So what do you think they spitting of are always been spitting? Witchcraft. Because you got to turn this stuff into sodomite hip hop. The disco era was sodomite disco before the hip hoppers got it and turned it into hip hop. They show you this in the Netflix movie about hip hop. They show you the Zulu Nation. They show you disco. They show you disco battles and breakdancing battles and everything. They show you this. Will Smith's son was in it. He was one of them little sodomite boys in the movie and everything. I may have to show y'all this because you won't believe it unless you see it. But once again,
the cycle often looks like this. 1. The rise of the truth teller.
A truth teller has to rise. A truth teller has rose by the name of Israel Doctrine.
A voice emerges claiming to expose what others won't say. They
expose what others won't say. So you can call me a snitch. I say you're ignorant and your vocabulary is limited. You only know what they say in the ignorant hoods of America. But the truth for the matter in the verbiage that should be used is a whistleblower. We will deal with that in the days to come. What a snitch is, what a whistleblower is. A snitch is most definitely somebody that was in the crime with you. That's why I say these religious organizations are criminal organizations and they believe in not snitching. What if you're a 5%er, a Hebrew Israelite, or whatever religious denomination you're a part of and stuff? How you doing, Queen?
What you doing, brother?
I'm waiting on dude, but
that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought that link was in the chat for. I just figured I'd come up here and chat with you and see if he come at all.
He's not gonna come. But I'm laying the foundation for future shows. You ain't got a show. You're gonna be a part of the episode that I'm putting out, explaining to people why these content creators are even on YouTube. They came up here after me and her son was going there. And her son started attacking people with a name because they was trying to control these people with her son. Her son has always been a controlling mechanism. Satnetta brought him to the community to try to control me because I was destroying the conscious community. And they thought if they brought a street dude that he could control me, have me fearful and stuff. But little did they know, I wasn't afraid of nothing. I'm not afraid of nothing or nobody. Especially over the internet. What you gonna do? Jump through the screen and do something to me? Nigga, you crazy. But let's keep explaining.
Position themselves as authentic, fearless, and connected to real street knowledge. Audiences are drawn in because they believe they're getting insider truth. 2. The loyalty phase. Followers become emotionally invested. It stops being content and becomes tribal. If you support one voice, you're expected to reject the opposition.
You're expected to reject me. That's why all of them got voices. I allowed all of them to get voices. I let them get a piece of the pie to see if they fight over their piece of the pie. Because me, I'm a fight over mine. I was quiet until Blessed One sent me a link, called me and told me he wanted me over there. And I did a video letting them know I don't feel right about coming over there to your area because y'all not going to run it right. Me, myself, you see what I did? I put it up there. I spelled it wrong. You can stream to your channel. You come on my channel, we gonna share it. You can make money over here. You can defend your position if you want to. I ain't gonna shut it down and do nothing like that. If you a better man and you can speak better and do better than me, you deserve to win. You deserve the crown. But if you can't, I deserve to win and I deserve the crown. You got to fight for what is yours, and I'm going to fight for what is mine. Now we're going to let the computer finish what it was saying.
The exposure economy. Conflict becomes currency. Old stories, personal allegations, screenshots, and behind-the-scenes narratives become content assets. Drama becomes monetized. 4. The credibility war. Once attention grows, challengers appear. Now the battle shifts from storytelling to legitimacy. Who's really official? Who's lying? Who's clout chasing? Who is really there? 5.
Now, y'all been saying for years, he's clout chasing, this guy clout chasing and that. I wasn't chasing nothing. I had all the clout. Y'all took it by lying and trying to destroy my name. I'm the first one with a YouTube channel out here on YouTube. When did you start it? Let's see the dates, because I can go back to the very first day that I created this channel, and I bet you my channel older than yours. So when did you become a YouTuber? Who inspired you to do what you're doing? I would argue that it's me. You can argue that it's Satnetta, but Satnetta old school, y'all couldn't follow that. I created a new community order. Once again, like I said, we need to communicate to unify. So why am I afraid to talk to any man if my job is to unify us as a people? That's what this is all about, unification. I'm not about division, but we will divide if we don't agree.
Audience weaponization. Supporters become digital foot soldiers. Comment wars. Live stream raids. Repost campaigns. Character assassination. The creator no longer controls the narrative. The audience becomes part of the machine.
Now, has this been going on? I say it's been going on for the last 5 years. I've been quiet for 5 years, doing what I was doing, not going on anybody's channel, messing with nobody or doing nothing. They was coming to my channel, in the sister channel, attacking us because they didn't want us to be a no presence of power in the community. We're doing little numbers. Only 4 people here now. People have hundreds of people in the chat. They ain't getting attacked though. If they do get attacked, it's by controlled opposition. Look, come attack me today, and we're gonna get to arguing and fighting and stuff. I'm gonna make money, you gonna make money, because I'm gonna send them to your channel after they get off my channel. Because they're capitalists, but they're a certain type of capitalists. Because they're in a certain type of organization with each other. If you're not in their circle or in their organization, you can't make any money. The terminology is not in my head right now because I'm a stroke victim. I lose thoughts at times. But I know what it is because I've never been a dummy. It's just my brain won't let me get the file that I need to speak on it the way I need to speak on it. But in future shows, because like I said, this is going to be YouTube explained, YouTube streets to be exact. If you're a YouTuber and you think you street and you think you have street knowledge and all of that, we're going to talk about the snitch. We're going to talk about the whistleblower. Because they need to be talked about because the youth don't understand it. I'm not worried about no grown-ups because they done already chose what they want to be in life. It's about the youth. It's about the next generation. Now, y'all come out here and tell the youth that you don't care that her son took a picture to murder a child, if they was the child or not or whatever. And I'm going to tell the youth, I was worried about it and I had a problem with it. And I called the FBI and told them that this man is on here talking about he took a picture to murder a child and he was going to murder.
They didn't care because it wasn't none of their children.
1 second, I'm going to need to finish it. And he wanted to murder anybody that joined the movement looking for the child. My mic muted if you wanted to speak.
Oh, it was my turn to talk. Oh, only thing I was saying was they don't care when it ain't got nothing to do with their children. Hey, that's what our own skin tone color do. We only concerned about ourselves. When there's other people's children on the chopping board, we think it's funny. It's hilarious. But shit get real when it's our own. Ain't that right? I'm just saying. That's what I be seeing y'all do up here.
Yeah, so I mean, it's true, it's real. Y'all don't think that it needs to be a fight on YouTube. Well, Carl, why you doing? That's my brothers and sisters asked me to do. You know, the truth of the matter is, I asked them to come up here and let's do some biblical stuff. If they would have sit up there here with me, I'd have been doing that. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I don't see no other option because I can't be on YouTube with nothing to do and everybody attacking me and trying to destroy my character. Nah, I'm the nigga you don't want to mess with, but y'all all done mess with me. Y'all all done lied on me. Y'all all done did all this stuff. And I want what's mine. Because what's mine is mine. It's not yours. And everything that y'all try to take from me is mine. And y'all were trying to take YouTube streets. I hear people talking, I'm the king of YouTube, but you ain't the king of the YouTube streets. But you supposed to be the street guy. You supposed to kill people and did all this other stuff, but you ain't street enough to play in these YouTube. Just like 10 Toes Down, Sarnetti got him out here and psyched him up. He come out here and threatened. You got a problem with his son, you got a problem with me, and I ain't seen that bitch nigga say shit to me. He won't fuck with me with a 10-foot pole. Because I'm that nigga.
And you know what? I'm gonna say something. You got to be a person, and I'm not even trying to toot your horn. This is anybody. Anytime they gotta go and get other people for one person, because I had experienced that, man. For little old me, I had a whole bunch of people coming for me for one little skinhead, and I'm like, dang, it's just me. Why y'all gotta come for me? So when everybody gotta come for one person, that just shows how powerful you is. That means they gotta take all them to come up against you.
And they're afraid.
Yeah, they're afraid. That's why they gotta go and get a lot of people. They gotta go get this person and that person. I gotta manipulate like Khalil. The only reason why he chasing up behind me is because of you and the skinhead. It's like, the heck? I've never in my life seen a bunch of grown people that don't know how to handle their own business. They gotta go and get somebody for somebody. Up here on this social media, up here on YouTube.
Because this is all about attention economics. Whoever controls the attention of the people on YouTube controls the economics of YouTube. For 10 years, they done talked about Afrika Bambaataa. They could never stop talking about them. You know why? Because I started my movement asking what happened to that boy. I'm Zach TV. When I talked to my buddies in Chicago and stuff, I said, they said they were going to kill me like Zach TV. I think I'm saying his name right. Because he was trying to find that girl that they killed in that hotel. And somebody didn't like it and they took his life. They told me they're going to do me just like that. You think I'm running or whatever? See, you got to have steel balls. I got steel balls, people. Then I always had steel balls. My friend, his name is Stomp. I won't give you his government name. His name is Stomp. He seen me beat up a boy. And he told me, he said, Carl, if you beat him up, you can beat the rest of them up. And ooh, what did he tell me that for? I've been a fool ever since. But I try to be a humble fool. I tried to pick up the Bible and start a new life. But people in general would never let you start another life. We was talking today and I said, I try to kill my old man. But then I stopped trying to kill him. You know why I try to stop killing him? Because I need him. When somebody want to act a fool, that fool need to come out and deal with that fool that want to be foolish. Because there's a time and season for everything. There's a time to have childish art. There's a time to be quiet and let stuff happen. There's a time and season for everything. Wait on the proper time and proper season, and you will get what's yours. You got to endure some stuff before you can get what's yours, though. It ain't easy. You're going to have to go through trials and tribulations. I done been through them. I done had a stroke. I done did all kinds. People want to make fun of it. I'm talking to an elderly woman today. She reminded me of what my mother told me. My mother told me when I stop walking, it's over with. And when she stopped walking, it was over with. I ain't never stopped walking. They told me I couldn't walk. And I go to the store, to the post office, and do everything daily. It might not look good, but I fight through it and I go through it. Because ain't nothing stopping me. Because when I stop, maybe it's going to stop. But I don't plan on stopping. Just like I don't plan on stopping YouTube and stuff. Well, what you gonna do if they flag your stuff? Believe me, I got plenty more channels out there. And what I got coming for the streets are gonna love it. You got something you want to say, sister?
No, I was just listening.
So I don't know what else to say, people. That nigga's a coward ass bitch for talking his noise and not coming to defend his stance. Now, he was in the feds. He got out the feds and came into the YouTube streets and called me a snitch in the YouTube streets. Now, I was blowing the whistle, but he called me a snitch because snitch holds a certain connotation.
Who you talking about? You talking about Khalil, the dude?
I'm talking about knowledge, whatever his name, the 5%.
Oh, he did that.
That's what I showed you the video. He was sitting out there, he was talking about you can get the 49311 and all that stuff on the homo stuff and everything. No, I can't get no 49311.
All I'm saying is 2026. Don't nobody even talk like that. Who even say snitch anymore? I thought that's children talk.
That's verbiage on YouTube
Mm.
with that sector and that them people use because they know it's a no-no in the black community. They didn't use the bitch ass rappers and people to enforce that code in the community, and so they keep calling
Yeah.
them.
Well, they can't manipulate me. If they want to do, like, if they want to think like that and have them rappers, the same rappers that they expose and they are actually taking you know what up the you know what and did it and turn them upside down, and y'all want to listen to that, you stupid man. I feel like that's the reason why it's a lot of black on black crimes, because y'all state of thinking of snitching and all this other stuff. Who's that person in the chat, Israel, that keeps saying 53 p.m. Eastern time?
That's AC Shakur.
No, I just never seen them before, and they look like they are they one of your members. That's why I said, who is that?
Yeah.
But hello to you. But yeah, it's just that black on black crime. Like man, look, honestly, my own kind has done the worst. My own kind has thrown me underneath the bus. All this, see, that just shows how dysfunctional y'all was raised up in dysfunctional houses, where what happens in the house you don't go tell. So even if it's abuse, sexual abuse, or anything like that, y'all was taught to not tell what goes on inside the house. So that mentality come out, like, even when y'all do stuff to people, y'all do some foul stuff to people, y'all try not to, for nobody to tell. Y'all try to silence the victim. Like, y'all be on some weird stuff, man, and y'all be wanting somebody to get along and play along with that shit, and it be like, no, I'm going to sing. I was not raised like that. Yeah, I was raised that what goes on the house is, like, as far as my mama personal business, but I was not raised to sit there and just allow people to do stuff to you and then don't say nothing. No.
When I was in the 3rd grade in Sojourner Truth Elementary School, teacher was sitting up that line. My mama said, "You said she lying? If she lying, tell her she lying." And she gave me the freedom that day to speak the truth to any Negro that figure they gonna sit up and lie on me. To the point where they was kicking me out of park in high school, lying on me. And my father was sitting there. But he didn't know what my mama taught me in the 3rd grade. If they lying, tell them they lying to their face.
Boy, they sure did do that though in school. Them teachers used to do a whole lot of lying. And my mama was one of them parents where she used to say, like, what do an adult have a reason to lie for? And you know, I learned that adults was the biggest liars of all. That was the crazy thing about it. What do adults got a reason to lie for? And to find out they was the biggest liars of them all.
People that got something to protect, they gonna protect it with the lie. That's why they gonna lie, because if they don't lie, they can't protect what it is they there to protect. I don't have nothing to protect. You can talk about me, you can say, "Ooh, you smell." I'm gonna say, "Let me go wash my tail so I won't smell no more," or whatever the situation is, I go fix it. But I ain't gonna be ashamed of whatever situation I find myself in, because if I didn't want to be in that situation, I would have never been in that situation. Anything that any lie, any stuff that anybody ever said about me, they said it because I said it first. And they repeated it. That let me know who I can deal with and who I can't deal with, because they go and repeat my business to other people. But we just spent 30 some minutes and everything. People, we're going to get up out of here. And I'll be back. But I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I ain't paid my cable bill, so I might not be able to be back on in this capacity. Now, I got a cell phone. I can try it, but I don't feel comfortable doing it on a cell phone. So I might be gone for a couple of days. But during them days, believe me, I'm going to be putting my format together about these YouTube streets explained, because I'm going to be explaining these YouTube streets and all these new YouTubers that then came on the scene and why they come on the scene. Because they got to control their narrative. Because people out here in these social media streets are shitting on big time people name and legacies and stuff. And people that know about Israel doctrine legacy won't speak. Niggas in Chicago and everything know everything about me. Know all my YouTube history and stuff. My Google Hangout history. They won't tell it, but I'm going to tell it. The truth is, I'm still in the Google Hangouts. I still got the information. And I'm going to bring it all to the streets. Because I got it and I can do it. The question is, who's going to stop me? Nobody. So with that said, peace. Leave a comment under the videos. Let me know what you think about the coward ass 5%er. Born, whatever his name. This nigga ain't born shit. The niggas are still the same dead ass devil he was before he even joined the nation. I'm out. Peace.